The next morning did not feel normal. It felt wrong. The air itself felt heavier, like the planet had changed during the night. People woke up confused, scared, restless. Nobody truly slept after witnessing the giant object in the sky. Every television channel, every radio station, every social media platform, every government office, all of them repeated the same question. What happened last night? But nobody had an answer. And that was the terrifying part. Humanity had always believed it understood the universe. Humans believed science explained everything. Humans believed the skies belonged to them. But after last night, that belief was gone. The world now understood something horrifying. Earth was being watched. Rain slowly touched the windows of Ethan's apartment while he sat alone in darkness. The television screen flickered non-stop. Emergency broadcasts repeated across every channel. Experts called it a global atmospheric disturbance. Scientists blamed magnetic storms. Governments told people to remain calm. But nobody was calm. Videos recorded during the incident had already spread across the internet before networks failed. Millions of people had seen the enormous shadow above the city. Millions more had seen the sky turning blood red. And some people claimed they saw things moving inside the clouds. Tall figures, shapes, lights. Theories spread faster than fear. Some believed aliens had arrived peacefully. Some believed the end of humanity had begun. Others believed governments had hidden the truth for decades. Ethan ignored all of it. Because unlike everyone else, he knew the truth, and the truth terrified him. The glowing crystal rested silently on the table beside him. Blue energy moved slowly beneath its transparent surface. Every few seconds, strange alien symbols appeared inside it. Symbols that somehow felt familiar. Ethan couldn't explain why. Every time he stared at the crystal, he felt like something inside his mind was waking up. Then suddenly, the crystal pulsed brightly. Ethan instantly looked at it. The room temperature dropped again. The lights began flickering. And outside his apartment window, the sunlight changed color, slowly, beautifully, terrifyingly, blue, then violet, then deep purple. Ethan slowly stood up. His heartbeat became louder. The alien's final words echoed inside his head. When the sky turns purple, activate this. Outside, people stopped walking. Cars slowed down. Traffic became silent. Every human being looked toward the sky. Because above Earth, the heavens themselves had turned purple. Within only a few hours, the entire world entered panic. Airports shut down. Military aircraft filled the skies. Schools closed. Hospitals became overcrowded. Emergency sirens echoed across cities around the world. But something far stranger began happening. Animals started reacting first. Dogs barked at empty corners. Cats stared at walls for hours. Birds flew violently into buildings. Entire groups of whales suddenly appeared dead near beaches. Scientists had never seen behavior like this before. Television experts tried explaining the situation calmly. But fear spread faster than logic. Because deep inside, human instinct already understood something terrible was approaching. Inside his apartment, Ethan stared at the crystal. The glowing symbols inside it moved faster now. Almost like the object was alive. Then suddenly, the crystal released a wave of energy. Boom! The windows exploded outward. Purple light flooded the entire room. Ethan shielded his eyes. And then, a giant holographic map of Earth appeared in front of him. The planet slowly rotated in the air. 7 glowing locations blinked across its surface. Egypt, Antarctica, Brazil, Russia, Japan, the Pacific Ocean, and one hidden somewhere near Ethan's city. Then the alien's voice echoed from the crystal. The ancient gates are awakening. Ethan's breathing became heavy. What gates? The voice answered slowly. The gates built before human civilization existed. The hologram zoomed toward Antarctica. Deep beneath the ice, something massive moved, something alive, and suddenly Ethan understood. The alien invasion had not truly begun yet. This was only the warning. Night arrived early. Dark purple clouds covered the entire sky. Lightning spread silently across the atmosphere. No thunder, only flashes, like the sky itself was malfunctioning. Ethan returned to the mountains where he first met the alien. The forest looked dead now. Every tree near the landing site had turned black. The ground looked burned. Even the air smelled different. He walked slowly through the darkness holding the crystal tightly. Then suddenly, blue light appeared between the trees. The alien emerged from the shadows. But something was different. It looked weaker. Its glowing eyes flickered. Parts of its metallic skin were cracked. Ethan immediately realized the terrifying truth. The alien was afraid. "What's happening to Earth?" Ethan asked. The alien remained silent. Then it finally answered, "Your species was never meant to discover the truth this early." Ethan stepped closer. "What truth?" The alien raised its hand. Suddenly glowing images appeared around them. Ancient civilizations, massive pyramids, alien ships hovering above deserts, humans kneeling before tall beings made of light. Ethan stared in shock. The alien continued, "Thousands of years ago, multiple civilizations visited Earth. Some came to study humanity. Others came to control it. The visions change. Primitive humans connected to strange machines. DNA structures floating in the air. Alien technology merging with human biology." Ethan stepped backward. No, that's impossible." The alien stared directly into his eyes. Humanity was altered. Silence filled the forest. Only distant lightning moved across the sky. Ethan's voice trembled. "Why?" The alien answered quietly. "To prepare your species for war." Ethan felt fear crawling through his body. "What kind of war?" The alien looked upward. "The final war." Far away from Ethan, deep beneath Antarctica, alarms echoed through a secret underground military facility. Scientists rushed through freezing corridors. Red warning lights flashed across steel walls. General Morrison entered the control room aggressively. "What's happening?" One scientist pointed toward the monitor. "Sir, the structure beneath the ice is active. For over 40 years, governments secretly monitored a gigantic object hidden beneath Antarctica. Nobody knew who built it. Nobody knew how old it was. But every government feared it. The scanners suddenly displayed powerful energy waves spreading across the planet. Then something impossible happened. A giant ancient symbol appeared across the main screen. The exact same symbol glowing inside Ethan's crystal. One scientist whispered, "Oh my God!" Suddenly the ground shook violently. Boom! Ice cracked across miles of frozen land. The underground facility trembled. People screamed. Then the impossible happened. The giant circular structure beneath the ice began opening for the first time in recorded history. Slowly, mechanically, ancient sounds echoed from the darkness below. And from deep inside the structure, a single glowing eye opened. Watching, waiting, awake. Back near the mountains, the storm above Earth became worse. Purple lightning spread across the sky like veins. Cities around the world lost electricity again. This time, the power never returned. Satellites stopped responding. Communication systems failed. Military networks collapsed. Human civilization was becoming blind. Ethan looked at the alien. "What happens now?" The alien remained silent for several seconds. Then finally answered, "The Dravex have entered your solar system." Ethan's blood turned cold. "How long until they reach Earth?" The alien slowly looked toward the stars. "Soon." Suddenly the crystal in Ethan's hand began vibrating violently. The holographic map appeared again. But this time, one glowing location disappeared. Then another. Then another. Something was destroying the ancient gates one by one. The alien's glowing eyes widened. That should not be possible. Then a terrifying sound echoed across the sky. Not thunder. Not an explosion. A roar. Ancient. Massive. Inhuman. The clouds above Earth slowly opened. And humanity finally saw it. A colossal black object larger than entire cities floating silently above the atmosphere. Its surface moved like living darkness. Thousands of red lights glowed across its body. The object looked less like a spaceship, and more like a living nightmare. People around the world screamed. Some prayed. Some cried. Some simply stared in silence. Because in that moment, humanity understood something terrifying. Earth was no longer safe. The Dravex had arrived, and the real war was about to begin. Moments after the gigantic black object appeared above Earth, every military radar across the planet failed. Jets vanished from tracking systems. Satellites shut down instantly. Missile defense systems became completely useless. The world's strongest nations suddenly realized something terrifying. Human technology meant nothing. Inside military bunkers around the world, generals shouted orders desperately. But nobody knew what to do. Because humanity had prepared for wars against humans, not against something from another world. Then the black object above Earth began glowing. Thousands of red lights across its surface activated together. And suddenly, massive beams of red energy shot toward Earth. Boom! Entire cities lost power. Electrical grids exploded. Communication towers collapsed. People screamed while darkness consumed entire countries. The attack lasted only 30 seconds. But in those 30 seconds, human civilization changed forever. Ethan watched the destruction from the mountains. The purple sky reflected across his terrified eyes. "What do they want?" he whispered. The alien answered slowly, "Submission." Across every screen on Earth, televisions, phones, billboards, computers, a signal suddenly appeared. Static covered every broadcast. Then the face of a terrifying alien creature emerged from the darkness. Its skin looked black like burned metal. Its eyes glowed dark red. Its mouth moved unnaturally. Millions of humans watched in silence. Then the creature spoke, not in one language, but in every language at the same time. "We are the Dravex." The voice felt heavy, ancient, powerful. "We have crossed galaxies. We have erased civilizations older than your species. You call this world Earth. To us, it is simply the next world to fall." People cried while listening. Governments tried cutting the signal. Nothing worked. The Dravex leader continued, "Surrender your planet, resist, and humanity will disappear from existence." The broadcast suddenly ended. Silence spread across Earth, and for the first time in history, humanity truly felt powerless. That night, Ethan finally fell asleep. But sleep brought no peace, only visions. He saw Earth burning, oceans filled with dead cities, alien machines walking across destroyed streets. Then he saw himself, standing alone in darkness. A glowing symbol burned across his arm. Thousands of humans stood behind him, waiting, watching. Then suddenly, a giant shadow appeared above the battlefield, bigger than mountains. Its eyes opened slowly, and Ethan heard a voice inside his mind. "You are the key." Ethan woke up screaming. Sweat covered his body. The crystal beside him glowed brighter than ever before. Then Ethan noticed something horrifying. The same glowing symbol from the dream had appeared on his arm. Real, burning, alive. Deep beneath Antarctica, the giant structure finally opened completely. Military teams entered carefully. Flashlights revealed enormous ancient walls stretching endlessly underground. The place looked impossible, not human. Massive symbols covered the walls. Blue lights activated automatically as the soldiers walked forward. One scientist whispered, "This place is ancient." Another answered nervously, "No, this place is older than human civilization itself." Then suddenly, the underground city activated. Thousands of lights illuminated the darkness. Gigantic alien towers rose beneath the ice. Machines began moving after sleeping for thousands of years. And at the center of the city, a gigantic throne stood waiting. Empty, for now, inside a secret government bunker in Washington. World leaders gathered together. Fear filled the room. Everyone demanded answers. Then an old man slowly stood from the shadows. Director Kane, head of a secret organization hidden from the public for decades. He looked toward the terrified leaders calmly. "We have known about the Dravex for years." Silence filled the room. One president shouted angrily, "You knew this would happen?" Kane nodded slowly. "We intercepted signals from deep space 30 years ago. And we discovered ancient alien ruins beneath Earth long before tonight." The room exploded with panic. "You hid this from humanity?" Kane's expression remained cold. If the public knew the truth, civilization would collapse. Then he revealed something even worse. There is a human working with the Dravex. Every leader froze. Kane continued. Someone on Earth is helping them prepare for invasion. Far above Earth, inside humanity's secret moon base, astronauts watched the gigantic black Dravex object moving silently through space. One astronaut whispered, "It's beautiful." Then suddenly alarms activated. Warning, unknown lifeform detected. The lights inside the base turned red. Footsteps echoed through the metal corridors. Slow, heavy. One astronaut grabbed a weapon nervously. "Who's there?" Silence. Then the emergency door exploded inward. A massive armored Dravex soldier entered the room. Its glowing red eyes locked onto the humans. And within seconds, the moon base went silent. Earth lost contact forever. Back in the mountains, the alien looked weaker than before. Its glowing body flickered constantly now. Ethan stared at the purple sky. "What happens if humanity loses?" The alien answered quietly. "Then your species will vanish like countless others." Ethan looked down at the glowing mark on his arm. "Why am I seeing these visions?" The alien slowly approached him. "Because you were chosen." Ethan stepped backward. "Chosen for what?" The alien looked toward the stars. "To decide the future of Earth." Suddenly the sky shook violently. A giant explosion echoed above the atmosphere. And for one horrifying moment, the clouds separated, revealing hundreds of enormous Dravex ships hidden behind the darkness. Not one, not 10, hundreds. An entire invasion fleet. Ethan's face turned pale. Humanity wasn't facing explorers. It was facing an empire. And Earth had become the next battlefield. Later that night, Ethan sat alone near the abandoned radio station. The world around him felt broken. No internet, no normal broadcasts, only emergency frequencies and terrified voices. Rain slowly fell again. Ethan turned on the old radio equipment hoping to hear something useful. At first, only static. Then suddenly, whispers. Hundreds of whispers. Voices speaking unknown languages. Some sounded human. Others sounded completely alien. Ethan adjusted the frequency carefully. And then he heard one clear sentence. "They are already among you." Ethan froze. The lights inside the station flickered violently. Then another voice whispered, "Trust no one." The radios exploded simultaneously. Darkness consumed the room. And somewhere outside, something moved in the rain. Watching him, the crystal suddenly activated again. A new hologram appeared in front of Ethan. But this time it was not a map. It was a message. Ancient alien symbols rotated slowly in the air. Ethan stared carefully, and somehow, he understood them. The message translated inside his mind automatically. The gateway beneath Earth must never open. Ethan's heartbeat became faster. What gateway? Then the hologram changed. A giant underground structure appeared beneath Earth's core. Something enormous slept inside it. Bigger than cities. Bigger than mountains. Then Ethan heard the alien's voice. "The Dravex are not searching for your planet. They are searching for what is buried beneath it." Ethan slowly looked upward, and for the first time, he realized Earth itself might be hiding a secret older than humanity. Across every screen on Earth, televisions, phones, billboards, computers, a signal suddenly appeared. Static covered every broadcast. Then the face of a terrifying alien creature emerged from the darkness. Its skin looked black like burned metal. Its eyes glowed dark red. Its mouth moved unnaturally. Millions of humans watched in silence. Then the creature spoke, not in one language, but in every language at the same time. "We are the Dravex." The voice felt heavy, ancient, powerful. "We have crossed galaxies. We have erased civilizations older than your species. You call this world Earth. To us, it is simply the next world to fall." People cried while listening. Governments tried cutting the signal. Nothing worked. The Dravex leader continued, "Surrender your planet. Resist, and humanity will disappear from existence." The broadcast suddenly ended. Silence spread across Earth, and for the first time in history, Humanity truly felt powerless. Within only a few hours, the entire world entered panic. Airports shut down. Military aircraft filled the skies. Schools closed. Hospitals became overcrowded. Emergency sirens echoed across cities around the world. But something far stranger began happening. Animals started reacting first. Dogs barked at empty corners. Cats stared at walls for hours. Birds flew violently into buildings. Entire groups of whales suddenly appeared dead near beaches. Scientists had never seen behavior like this before. Television experts tried explaining the situation calmly. But fear spread faster than logic. Because deep inside, human instinct already understood something terrible was approaching. Inside his apartment, Ethan stared at the crystal. The glowing symbols inside it moved faster now, almost like the object was alive. Then suddenly, the crystal released a wave of energy. Boom! The windows exploded outward. Purple light flooded the entire room. Ethan shielded his eyes. And then, a giant holographic map of Earth appeared in front of him. The planet slowly rotated in the air. 7 glowing locations blinked across its surface. Egypt, Antarctica, Brazil, Russia, Japan, the Pacific Ocean, and one hidden somewhere near Ethan's city. Then the alien's voice echoed from the crystal. The ancient gates are awakening. Ethan's breathing became heavy. What gates? The voice answered slowly. The gates built before human civilization existed. The hologram zoomed toward Antarctica. Deep beneath the ice, something massive moved, something alive, and suddenly Ethan understood. The alien invasion had not truly begun yet. This was only the warning.